Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Strap for Cash Garage. I'm Chris, and today I'm working on my '85 Chevy Caprice, and it's been sitting for about 2 years now. It's a '85 Caprice Wagon, but it's actually my very first car. I got it when I was in high school. Um, a little backstory on it: it's a used to have a 305. It's now just got a 350. Pretty bare bones. Just a smaller, kind of upgraded cam and some Summit cylinder heads and dual exhaust headers. Nothing too crazy, but it's been sitting for about 2 years. I have a video that'll be going up here of me getting it running, but yeah, that was before I got a whole lot of camera gear or really had an interest in filming it, and I'd been rushing the days before because I literally had a day before the track closed. I checked the schedule and backstory on that. I basically worked on cars, my whole life, but never actually been to the drag strip. Embarrassed, I'm embarrassed enough to say that, but never been to the drag strip, and quickly rushed to get my Caprice ready. And that was about 2 years ago, and the car's been sitting since then. But if you keep an eye out in the future, I'll upload the video of it. Nothing too crazy. Ended up running 15.2 at I can't remember what it was like 93 miles an hour or something like that. But I think it's basically a 5,000 pound car, and it's got a 700 R4 I rebuilt, and stock 10 bolt in the back, except for some 390 gears, used 390 gears I had at the time. And this is literally what I threw together in high school, so I don't think that's horrific, but that'll be one of the projects we're working on here. Anyway, I digress. I'm getting it ready, or fired back up, I should say, first time in about 2 years, because I'd like to take it camping. Just do some winter camping with it. That would be fun. But yeah, like I said, it's been sitting for about 2 years, and I remember I think I fouled out a set of plugs, so I'm working on that currently. I got some spark plugs, and over here on the bench, I thought I'd just show you guys uh, some of you who run maybe headers on a small block or big block Chevy, or I know this might apply to some of the Fords out there, because I've run some of these plugs on a Ford 460 I have as well. But yeah, let me show you guys what we're working on here at the table. Okay, we're back here over at the table, workbench, and got a bunch of plugs laid out in front of you. And I just wanted to make this video because for the longest time on the Caprice, my El Camino, that'll be shown up here on the channel too, as manifolds, so it's not too much of a problem. But the Caprice was the first car I built with headers, and at the time I was burning up plug wires constantly, and just had an issue with two of the cylinders getting spark plugs changed, at least without taking the headers off, which is kind of a pain to have to do each time. And so I was always trying to work around it. But that and the Ford 460 I was talking about, had some issues as well, burning plug wires and stuff. But basically what I'm getting to is like stubbier spark plugs, so you have more clearance to get your spark plug socket or a wrench in there or something, as well, giving you more clearance between the plug and the actual header. But yeah, in front of you, I have several plugs. From the right here is the shortest up to the longest. And when I say shortest to longest, like these three, for example, are the same length. And then these two are the same. And then that's kind of a specialty header plug here on the right. But anyway, what I wanted to make this video about was I know for a fact this applies to the small block Chevy. I think it should work with the big block Chevy, and then I know I use the NGKs on my truck because they're shorter, and that's a Ford 460, and my other truck, which is a 351, I use the NGKs too, and they're a bit shorter. But yeah, basically what I wanted to show everybody was on two of the cylinders on the Caprice. If you run these, I'll just throw out I'll put all the part numbers down below and which ones are the shortest. But this is just an Autolite 26, and I can make it work, but half the time I'll run the risk of burning a plug wire, or when it's time to change them or install them, it is just it is just a pain in the ass, I'll tell you that much. So what they sell is these or specialty header plugs that they sell are these Accel. I found Accel 5.7, was that 6S for the individual plug. They sell them in 4-packs too. But like if you will, from the basically where they thread in, you're saving like a quarter of an inch, if not more. And anyway, but what I was gonna make this video about is they sell these, but not for every engine. I've found, and at least I've just found them for the small block. I can't say for anything else. But the other thing is they're kind of pricey, and I can get some of these on Rock Auto for like a $1.50 a piece, and then I'm pretty sure a 4-pack of these runs me nearly, I want to say $40. I'll put down below actually the actual cost of some of these, but yeah. Anyway, what I wanted to get to the bottom of was just to show you guys as well another option, which is again, let me group these three on the left. I know some of you guys are going to be rolling over. I have run MotorCraft in a small block Chevy before, and yeah, they work just fine. But again, they're basically the same length as an Autolite 26 or an AC Delco R45 TS, and those are just kind of a pain to fit in there. And then those are all the same length. Those are the longest. And then over here I got, this is an Autolite racing plug, which, if you will, is slightly, and I mean slightly, not a huge difference, but it is shorter than your standard plug. I have used these. I think they're great. They actually come already with a cutback ground strap. However, for some reason, it could have just been me. I had some issues with these fouling up considerably, so I think they're great if you have them or if they're available and you need, you can make them work and go for it. The next one that's a little bit shorter is a Champion. I'll put the part numbers down below so I'm not butchering them. But again, that one is even shorter, ever so slightly. I'll put them all next to each other when I'm done here. Actually, they're pretty much on par with that Autolite racing one. And then the ones I personally use are Denso. I found make a really nice one, and NGK. That's basically my go-to in the trucks and my Caprice and El Camino. I think they're awesome, and I'll show you guys the length as well. I find I can get them cheaper than the Accels, and again, I've had a few less issues with these fouling up than I have those. But here, let me just grab an Autolite plug again to show you guys. This is the Denso. We're not talking a huge difference, but sometimes the tiniest bit can save the plug wire, burning up on the header, give you a bit more room to get a wrench in. There's the NGK. And then this is the NGK compared with the Accel one. So the Accel, you're still saving even more. So the Accel is the cheapest, or not the cheapest, the shortest. Now I'll put them all side by side. But yeah, if the ones I run are these NGK ones, I find them cheaper, and the Densos, pretty sure I got on like a closeout sale. They were like 89 cents a piece, so those were really cheap and they're really nice quality. But yeah, again, if you guys are having some header clearance issues and you can't find those or don't want to run them, or you need a different heat range, or if they don't make them, what I've found is the Densos and the NGKs are typically a little bit shorter than your other brands in the same heat range for a different engine. So I'll just put them all side by side here, and definitely check the description. I'll put in the part number for all of them. But I just thought this might be of use to some of you. Anyway, here they are all lined up next to each other. Tried to get them from the start of the threads as best I could, but these are all the same heat range, or at least advertised as the same heat range for a just like an 85 small block 305 or something like that. But I'll just use the Autolites because I'm familiar with their heat ranges. It's like an Autolite 26 or an AC Delco R45 TS. But like I said, I don't have the number off the top of my head. I think it's Autolite 24, I want to say, for my truck. But I can tell you that the NGKs are still shorter, considerably shorter than the Autolites. So anyway, there you have it. If you're having some clearance issues with spark plugs on a small block, big block, Ford or Chevy, and you can't find these particular little header plugs for your application, I definitely just check out some NGK ones or the Denso. Really readily available and are shorter than the Autolites and AC Delco MotorCraft equivalents. But anyway, I hope this was some help, and yeah, keep a lookout for some videos in the future on my different cars. I'm just making this channel to show you guys some racing and some little things I come across while working on my car. I thought it would be fun. Anyway, I appreciate your guys' time, and hope this helps some of you out. Thanks for watching, everybody.